Hello, children. Hope you all are doing good. Welcome to today's social science class. Let us get started with our first unit in political science, that is, the problems of India and their solutions. In this unit, we will learn about some of the problems that our country is facing. It could be unemployment, corruption, discrimination, communalism, terrorism, corporate strategies, etc. As you all know, our country has faced several external as well as internal problems since 1947. That is, before independence, also we faced problems, after independence, also. So, now if these problems have to be solved, how is it possible? It is possible through good administration as well as the role of the citizens of the country. It should go hand in hand. The government as well as the citizens of the country together only can find a solution to these problems. Among the problems, let us first take unemployment. What is unemployment? Having no job. It is a situation where a person does not find work in accordance to his capacity or qualification. A person may be very highly educated, but then he will be without job. One of the main reason for unemployment is the huge population of our nation. You know, our country is next to China. Okay, and there are so many people in our country that it is not possible to provide job opportunities for all of them. Hence, it is a big problem. So, now when we talk about what are the reasons for unemployment, on the one hand, it is overpopulation. Secondly, improved technology. What is happening is technology day by day keeps on changing, and those who are already working, they are not aware, they do not have the knowledge of the latest technology, because of which they are left without the job. The reasons for unemployment apart from this are shortage of natural resources. Resources are there. Our country is such a rich country that people from foreign countries and all wanted to come and have trade. You learnt in the history first chapter. Okay, advent of Europeans. What was the reason for them to come to India? For the purpose of trade. But with the increasing in population, what is happening? What resources we are having? No, it is not enough. Secondly, our people are dependent too much on agriculture. You understand? On growing crops. So now what profit they can get from agriculture? Not much. Okay. Thirdly, our cottage industries and all follow the old and outdated method. Okay. They are not able to compete with the big industries. And lack of skill based education. Okay, unemployment has means what? Workers are there, workers are working, but their knowledge is what? Limited. They are not exposed to the latest skill, and their knowledge is not widened, it is not updated. Because of all these reasons, we see that unemployment has become a huge problem in our country. So, when we talk about the solution for unemployment, we need to think about certain things. First of all, if you go to the census according to 2011, the poverty growth of our country is 7.20%. This indicates that the growing population or the growing problem of unemployment is going on increasing with the increase in population. Okay, and people are becoming poor. When the people become poor, then it becomes very difficult for the government to manage. So they have to come up with various measures to provide employment or job opportunities to the people. Steps have been taken in order to improve the level of skill of the people, those who are searching for jobs. Okay, and the government is even trying to provide loans and other subsidies to enable people to engage in self employment. Means what? Taking up their own business. And In reality, if you see like handicrafts and products which are created out of self employment, that is, people have their own small like manufacturing certain things at home only, like making carpets, mats, weaving, pottery, all that, no, that is, they'll get some income, limited income they will get. But what goods they produce, no, it cannot compete with the goods which are produced by large companies in other countries of the world and all. So naturally our goods are like, you cannot depend too much on those production which is being carried on in the houses. So the solution to this is what? We have to inculcate world class skill to our people. So prepare our people in such a way, provide them with all kind of education, so that they produce the goods and the goods will be able to compete with the globalized production, that is the goods produced all over the world. Apart from this, children, the citizens, they should be encouraged to indulge or to involve in one or the other employment by providing job oriented course to all. This also is one important step that can be taken. After unemployment, let us see what is corruption. All of us hear about corruption too much nowadays. Corruption means what? Offering bribe and following any other illegal means to achieve some illegal benefits. Shortcut way of making money. You understand? So corruption is another social evil in the public life of India. Now you see, corruption you can find in all the strata of the society. Everywhere corruption is there. So corruption stays away from legal framework in its operation. Corruption, you can even define it as misuse of public authority for personal gains. Okay, the government and all are there to serve the people. They should not only think about themselves. Okay, you should not have that narrow kind of an attitude wherein only I should become rich, I should fill my pockets, I should have bank balance. That is wrong. It is even said that corruption is like a dangerous disease in the personal life. How one disease, if you get, it spreads throughout the whole body, and the infection even spreads from one place to another, one person to another, no? Like that, corruption is spreading everywhere. The effects of corruption, here we see it influences negatively on both personal as well as public spheres of life. Negatively, the country is being very badly affected economically, socially, politically. Only few people are thinking about making money, and the rich are getting richer. The poor do not get a chance to come up in their life. Okay, it is actually an immoral thing where there are no values. Corruption of personal ethics and morality. You say people do not follow ethics, they do not follow good values, they are only thinking of cheating others. When the poor people go to some higher officials to get their work done, what do they say? You pay the money, we will help you to complete your work. So the poor person, from where he will get the money, they are not bothered about that. So like this, corruption is very harmful. And you see in public spheres, bribery, as I told you, you want to get your work done, you go give money, your work will be done. Nepotism, that is favoritism, caste favoritism, giving importance only to certain class of people. Nepotism means what? People, those who are having influence, only their family members are favored. And another thing is what? Purposely workers doing the work slowly, purposely, okay, because of corruption. And during election time, at least, all these evil practices you can find too much, okay, cheating and corruption and all. So the effects of corruption is what? It leads to crime. It also provides motivation of corruption in public life. It nourishes the misadministration on the parts of the officials. Through this we come to know even the officials are not doing their work properly. What are some of the means in corruption? What do? They do things like tax evasion, like cheating the people by collecting unnecessary tax, illegal hoarding means create an atmosphere in such a way, oh this is less, this year onions did not grow properly, or wheat crops did not, everything got destroyed during the rainy season. So create an atmosphere in such a way that oh this time the crops did not grow, therefore it is costly, but actually where the crops will be, they will all be stored in the godowns and kept. Smuggling, illegally transporting goods and all, economic offenses, cheating, international exchange also, there also cheating. These are all these you can find space in corruption. So it is actually impossible to root out corruption from our country. It is not that easy. How it is possible? Only when each and every human being will understand the seriousness of the problem. Okay, strong public ethics and morality and personal commitment. Many a times what happens, no, it is but human nature to be selfish. Okay, only thinking about themselves. That attitude must change, and even the government should become more strict. The government should come up with steps in such a way that whoever follows corruption, they should be strictly punished. Okay, so in the solutions we will be discussing about that. Political will, that is the government as well as the support from the public, is very important. And for tackling corruption, leaders themselves should have good values, good officers who are politically aware, and the people also should be educated. Only then it will be easy to find a solution for this problem. There are many institutions like the Lokpal and the Lokayukta. They have been formed mainly to check corruption. Educational institutions also play an important role in this matter. They can install CCTV cameras in the government offices and all, so that if any officer is corrupt, he is taking corruption, if he is taking bribe or anything like that, it will be recorded. The government officers should increase the efficiency of their work. Okay, and even harsh punishment should be given to those officers who are corrupt. Number of courts and judges also should increase. When you do all this only, we can solve this problem of corruption. So with this I end this topic, children. Today's class we'll stop here only. Hope you have understood. Just go through the points and you make the notes. Understood? If you read only, you will understand. Thank you.